So friends, in this third chapter, liberation, privatization and globalization is appraisal. That means when it started, what is its work and what type of policy change. This all we will discuss in this chapter after 1991, and you can say from 1991. So many changes occurred in our Indian economy. India started economic reform from the 1991 and adopted the model LPG. LPG, that means not liquid petroleum gas. It is LPG, that means what? Liberation, privatization and globalization model adopted by our government. And we will understand this chapter, understand the background of the reforms policies introduced in India in 1991, understand the mechanism through which reform policies were introduced, and compare the process of globalization and its implications for India. And last one is to aware of the impact of the reforms process in various sectors. So what is the economic reform, and this all we will discuss first. Economic reforms, that means changes accepted by the government and implement new policies and adopted the model LPG. It's known as economic reform, which started from 1990. And because of before that, that means from 1951 to 1990, government has adopted a policy, and in that policy, protection given to the industrial sector and private sectors. But during this time period, our Indian farmers and our Indian industries ready to face the foreign countries, foreign industries competition. During that time period, I can say that child which has born, which condition has just like a newborn baby in 1991, that baby has ready to accept the competition challenge with other countries. Same condition occurred in our India also. Our India free independent from 1947, and that time our condition has very weak, very poor, and that time we have so many social, economic, and political challenges, and this all accepted by our Indian government and adopted some policies. And in that policy, first one policy has the encouragement of the agriculture sector, and during this time period, Green Revolution also started, and protection to the Indian industry and produce imported substitute goods. This all decisions have taken by our Indian government from 1951 to 1990. Full protection given by the government to Indian farmers, industries, and all other sectors. But our Indian government thought it, if this type of protection given to our Indian economic sector and Indian economic industries, then they will never ready to face any challenge with Indian to foreign countries. Due to that reason, our Indian government decided the new policy which has implemented our Indian mixed economy system and new policy framed by leaders and government. And as a result, we founded that is the economic reform, which has started from 1991 under the um Minister of I forgot to skip that name. Yeah, under the chairmanship, and you can say under the leadership of Congress. That time, Congress government is there. So he has taken some decisions, and due to that reason, government has adopted new policy. And now at present also we have worked under this LPG model. So our Indian industries were ready, 1991, were ready to accept the challenges and competition with foreign companies. In the 1991, India met with an economic crisis relating to its external debt. The government was not able to make payment on its borrowing from abroad, foreign exchange reserves, which was generally mentioned to import petroleum and other important items dropped to levels that were not sufficient for even a fortnight. The crisis was The crisis was further compounded by rising prices of essential goods. All this led the government to introduce a new set of our Indian policy measures which change the direction of our developmental strategy. And in this chapter, we will discuss and we will look at the background of crisis measures that the government has adopted and their impact on the various sectors of the economy. What type of policy, what type of reform adopted by government and how it has impact on the various sector of the economy. First one is the background. The origin of the financial crisis can be traced from the inefficient management of the Indian economy in 1980s. We know that for implementing various policies and its general administration, the government generates funds from various sources such as taxations and running of the public sector's enterprises. When expenditure is more than income, then government will borrow from money from the peoples or from other countries. So our country's debt increase and deficit also from the banks and also from the people within the country and from international financial institutions. When we import goods like petroleum, we pay to in dollar, which we earn from our exports. Have you got this paragraph? Friends, during 1951 to 1990, so many policies started by the government. Okay, and government started so many development programs also, which has needful during that time period. So when government started this type of programs, government has adopted developmental infrastructure. Government started infrastructures also provided to the villages, cities, and other backward areas also started this type of infrastructure facility. So for the developmental all activities, government has required a large amount of money in funds. So how government can generate the income? Already our condition has very poor. Government can generate the income by the taxes, okay, and by the public sector. And that time public enterprises had no work in the profit. So it is not possible. Another side is taxation policy. Taxation burden all cannot be increased by the government because already condition India's people's condition has not much good, much better. So government has decided to finance deficit from the other banks and borrow money from the international financial institutions. So government also imported some goods. For that also payment increased. Overall government deficit has increased. How government can control the deficit? Government has no any other source of the income that time period, and government adopted the policy for the development also. So government requires a huge amount of the money. How that can be generate? Government has only the three sources. First one is the profit from the running of the public enterprises. Second one option has the government can generate income from the various source, which has the taxations, and borrow money from the financial institutions. So there's sources. And how government can be pay that amount for the imports? Government can pay that amount in dollar only. Okay, not in Indian rupees. Whatever commodity is imported from the other countries. So government has so many questions to complete this all things and to control the import, to control on this all type of deficit. For that reason, government has adopted new policy from 1991, which is known as economic reform. Development policies require that even though the government started the policy, and in that uh, because of a child which has who has newborn in 1951, that child is ready to face the competition. Government thought it and government decided the new policy from 1991 for the developing country of our India. And development policy required that even though the revenues were very low, the government had to understood its revenue to meet challenges like unemployment, poverty, population explosion, and the continued expanding on the development. These all challenges also in our India. The challenges, first one challenge is what? Poverty. Second one challenge is what? Unemployment. Third one challenge is what? Third one challenge is what? Population explosion. So government also want to face this all things plus development. So these type of problems occurred in the front of the government decisions and planning. So government decided to continue expanding on development programs, and the government did not generate additional revenue. Moreover, the government was not uh, moreover government has not able to government was not able to explain. Government has not able to expand expenditure. But these all problems also faced by the country. So government have taken this decision to adopt the new policy, changes in the economic system, and generate sufficiently from the internal sources such as taxation. When the government was spending a large share of its income on areas which do not provide immediate returns such as the social sector and defense. There was a need to utilize the rest of its revenue in a highly efficient manner. The income from the public sector undertaking was also not very high to meet the growing expenditure at time of a foreign exchange. Borrowed from the other countries and international financial institution was spent on the meeting consumption was spent on the meeting consumption needs. So neither was an attempt made to reduce such profligate spending, nor efficient attention was given to boost exports to pay for the growing imports. A commodity which we are importing, if these commodities which we are importing for that, we are spending foreign currency also like a dollar. So government decided to increase the income. How government can increase the income? By taxation. And how government can implement the tax to our home country? It has very critical situation. The government has decided to increase the export for the countries. In the late 1980s century, government expenditure began to exceed its revenue by such large margins that meeting the expenditure through borrowing become under unsustainable, and due to that reason government decided to in price of many essential goods was sharply, and imports grow at a lower high rate without matching growth of the exports. As pointed out earlier, foreign exchange reserve declined to a level that was not adequate to finance imports. Which commodities we are importing from the other country? For that purpose, we have to pay that amount also. Already we have not adequate foreign exchange reserve. Already our foreign exchange reserve declined. So how we can satisfy the consumptions of our Indian peoples? Already population has increased. So government has so many challenges. And as I pointed out earlier, foreign exchange reserves declined to a level that was not adequate to finance imports for the more than 2 weeks. There was also not sufficient foreign exchange to pay the interest that needed to be paid to international lenders. Also, no country or international founder was willing to lend money to the India. So, what is the way to collect money for India? So, India approached the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IBRD. What is the full form of IBRD? The full form of IBRD is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It is IBRD and popularly known as World Bank. What is its another popular name? World Bank. And the International Monetary Fund, IMF. So this have given instruction also and reserved only how much? 7 billion has loan to manage the crisis. For availing the loan, these international agencies expected India to liberalize and open up the economy by removing restrictions on the private sector. That time, private sector has many restrictions by the license and other policies. So there is IMF and World Bank and other international institution given some of their ideas and opinion to India to open the gate for the private sector and for the foreign companies. Reduce the role of the government in the many areas and remove trade restrictions between India and other countries. And due to that reason, India agreed to conditions. That time condition has very critical. So government India has adopted new economic policy. The new economic policy consisted of wide-ranging economic reform. The thrust of the policies was towards creating a more competitive environment in the economy and removing the barriers to entry and growth of the set of policies can broadly be classified into two groups: the stabilization measures and the structural reform measures. Stabilization measures are shortly term measures intended to correct some of the weaknesses that have developed in the balance of the family and to bring inflation under control. In simple words, this means that there was a need to maintain sufficient foreign exchange reserve and keep the rising prices under control. One, on the other hand, structural reform policies are long-term measures. These are two. First one, balance of the payment and to bring inflation under control. And second one is what? The structural reform policies are long-term measures aimed at improving the efficiency of the economy and increasing the international competitiveness by removing the residues in various segments of the Indian economy. The government initiated a variety of the policies which fall under three hands. These are liberalization, privatization, and globalization. We will discuss in detail in the next video, in the next lecture. I hope you got it. If you have any query, personally message me. I will solve your doubts. Be happy, be safe. We will meet again in the next video. Okay, and complete your assignment.